Thank you to everyone. Welcome back. And today's topic is designing water towers. My name is Mr. Pudiani MB, your teacher for NST Grade 4. I have my host, who is far away from me, Miss Rosette Khalid, is hosting me as I'm speaking now, live from STEM Lockdown Digital School. I was not present yesterday, but I hope you enjoyed the lesson that was presented by my senior. Yes, she presented the lesson about the investigation of water towers. Since I told you that when we make products in technology and science, we follow a particular sequence, which is investigation, designing, making, evaluating, and communicating. Let me repeat again. We first investigate, then we design, then we make, then we evaluate, and lastly, we communicate. Now, yesterday you have done investigation of water towers. That is why today is the second step of our project, where we are going to design the water tower. Now, the objectives of today is that at the end of the lesson, you must be able to formulate the best design to use for a water tower. And you must also be able to identify your requirements for this design. Is the only two objectives for this day. I hope you are going to enjoy and you are also going to listen, and so that you are able to do your own project for term 2. Now, to start with, after having investigated your product or investigated about your product, you also first want to do what we call to write a design brief. So here is a case study that you must know. Your school needs to put up a new tank to supply water to the school. And the water tank needs to be high so that the water can run down through the pipes easily to the areas of the school that need water. Your class has been asked to suggest ideas for structure to support the water tank, and each learner will make a model of their structure to present to their teacher. The model must be between 30 centimeters and 40 centimeters high. It must be able to hold a load of 1 liter of water, and the load will be placed on the structure for 10 seconds to test your structure will not bend or collapse. Use what you have learned to help you design your water tower, and the following materials must be used. This is very important. You are only allowed to use a newspaper, sticky tape or glue, and a string. You are only allowed to use those 3 materials down there. So out of this case study, then you must try to formulate your design brief. Then your design brief is a short statement to show what is it that you are going to design. It's a short statement because it's the first time you do the technology. I've just made some lines for you to complete, because a design brief is a statement after investigation. You write it to show what is it that you'll design. Now, I will design and make a what? That will be able to hold a tank of what? For what? That is my design brief. So I want one of you to give me the answer on those three spaces. I will design and make what? That will be able to hold a tank of what? For what? Now, can you give me the answer of that design brief on those spaces? Now, Lady Nkwana, you can give me the answer for that.
So I would say sticks, hard sticks that can hold the tank to not fall.
You say I will design and make a what? Sticks.
Yes, sir.
That will be able to hold a tank of what? Remember, you must only use those. You know what I'm talking about. You must only use those three materials. Those three materials that I've given to you on the first slide. Yes, but you have tried. At least you have tried something. Yeah, this one is a design brief. Somebody else can try it. Siseko, give us the answer for this question.
Water.
You must read out the design brief. You say, I will design and make a what? What will you make?
I will design and make a structure that will be able to hold a tank of water.
For the what? For the school, ne? For the school. You understand? Simple. Thank you very much for the answer. You were able to give me two answers. I do accept the one of structure, ne, that you have given me. Yes, I do. I want you on the structure that you have just said to say the structure will be the water tower. It means I will design and make a water tower that will be able to hold a tank of water for the school. That is a simple, it's a design brief. This one is only a design brief. There's nothing special about it, but you must write it that way. On the design brief, you must tell us what is it that you are going to make and what will it do and for whom. Those are the three things you must know. When you write the design brief, I will make a material or that structure or a water tower that will be able to hold a tank of water. Is the use of your material. And lastly, you also tell us for what? For the school. Those are the three things that you must, the design brief must contain. Let me come to specifications. Specifications is how must it look like. I have indicated, or you remember on my case study, there are measurements there, and then which you must fill on the specifications. Yes, you see, thank you, Mrs. Khalid. On my case study, here are the measurements. You see, it must be between 30 centimeters and 40 centimeters high. And it must be able to hold a load of 1 liter water for about 10 seconds. When you go that side, you must remember this thing, ne? When you go to the next slide to answer that question, remember those things. Those are the specifications, how it must look like. Yes. So, can you give us the answer? The water tower must be between what and what high?
30 centimeters and 40 centimeters high.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. I clap hands for you for that because measurements in science are important. Measurements in science are very important. To say 30 centimeters to 40 centimeters, you have actually given us an exact measurement. Remember, you're going to be a doctor one day. and you are going to prescribe medicine to people. When you give prescriptions, you also give them how many spoons they must drink. You don't just say give some your patients things to drink, but you don't tell them how much. It's important for you to say how much. Yes. Now I come to the next statement. The tower must hold a load of what? Which will be in place for what? The tower must hold a load of what? Which will be
1 liter for 10
yes,
seconds.
yes, 1 liter of water, and what else? Which will be in place for what?
For 10
For 10
seconds.
seconds. Ne? Good, good. That is how we give answers, exact measurements. Important. Now, the water tower must not what or what? Yes, those two things. Unati, Aba, the water tower must not do what and what. Those two things, that water tower should not happen to your water tower. Unati, yes, the answer for the one must not do what or what?
It must not fall or bend.
Yes. Yes, correct. It must not fall or bend. But remember, you are going to use the newspaper. Ne? Don't change that material. You are going to use the newspaper to build it. But it must not bend and it must not break. It must never lean downwards. It must never fall. Now, for that period of 10 seconds. Now, the only materials I can use to make my tower are, yes, those materials that I have indicated on the first slide. Those materials, I need those materials. The only materials that I can use to make my tower are what, and what? Somebody? Any person can answer this one. It's very simple. Yes. I can't just see your name there, but I'm asking for one to answer. Yeah?
Newspaper, sticky glue.
Yes.
String and string.
String? Yes, what's your name?
Zinzi.
What's your name? Oh,
Zinzi.
Zinzi. Thank you, Zinzi, for the answer. Thank you very much for the answer. Good, you are very clever student. You are only allowed to use those materials. And that is the constraint at the bottom there is the constraints. Constraints is what you are limited to. You are limited to build it in your classroom. But in this case, because you're at home, you must build it at home. Build it at home, meaning inside, indoors. So you don't go outside. You build it indoors. You can just remove the classroom because you are not in the class. Then you build it inside, meaning you don't have to go out and look for things. You build it where you are. Yes, that is your constraint. Constraint limit you to do a project at home. Checkpoint number 1. What materials can be used? What materials are you allowed to use? It still goes back to that question that we have asked before.
We need to use a newspaper, sellotape, glue, and a string.
What's your name?
Kayla.
Oh, Pela, thank you for the answer. Thank you. I'm very glad you answered for everyone. And now, number 2, which is B, who are you designing a water tower for? Now, I want the people who are going to benefit from here. Now, lady.
Sir, the teachers.
And whom else? Not only teachers.
And the class.
And the class. Thank you very much. That's correct. You are going to make this water tower for the teachers, the learners, even everyone who comes to the school will also be benefiting. Yes. Now, the school, correct. If you say the school, you include everyone. But Naledi wanted to say these people by in terms of their category, but which is okay as well. Now, number C, what should be the height of the model? What should be the height of the model that you are going to build? What should be the height of the model?
30 to 40 centimeters.
Yes, good. 30 to 40 centimeter, and 30 centimeter is almost the height of your ruler. And then 40 centimeter, you extend by 10 centimeters, and it makes 40 centimeters. That is the first point I wanted to check to see if you understand. Now, what you are required to do now, you must take a sheet of paper. You must take a sheet of paper. You must take a sheet of paper with nothing on it. Yes, you must draw a water tower on your drawing page. Always use the sharp pencil. Always use a print for your labels. Use a ruler in the design of the labels. Never cross the lines. And then give your drawing a title. Now, on this paper, here you are going to write a title. Title will be here on top. Title will be here. Here there will be your title. And then your drawing will be over here. Now, let me just do it simple here. Maybe there is the example that I'm giving you here on my side. Maybe it looks like this. Ne? Your tower maybe might look like this, depending on your space, on your specification, but you must use the ruler to draw the lines. And then on top is the water. On top is the water tank. Must be the water tank on top here. Now, you must also show if this is the pipe. When you want to label, you must label like this. Your label, if you label something, it must be like this. You must not cross this one. Maybe you want to label this one. You don't cross them like this. If you want to name this one, you don't name it up there. You name it here. You don't cross it. So when you label, you also use print. Print, yes, maybe let's say I want to label tank. This is the tank. Yes, look what I've written here. Is wrong. You can't label like this. You must label in print. Yes, I'll just write tank to show you the label. How should it look like? Now this one is the correct one. You label tank like this. So you don't do it like this. And they must not cross. They must be straight. Now, in science, it's very important to write measurements. Like you must know the height of your tower, meaning from here up to here, it must not be over 30 or 40 centimeters. Now, remember, these things, to do the struts, we have done a lesson for the struts previous. Do you remember? Yes, you remember about the struts that we once did what you call tightly rolled paper. You remember? Tightly rolled paper. You remember about it? That is what you must use. It means your design, in your design, you are going to roll a paper like this. I'll show you now. You roll a paper like we did in previous lessons. You are going to make a strut using the paper. You are also going to use the pins. You are also going to use the pins. I'm just giving you an idea. You'll ask yourself, how can you make a frame using a newspaper? But if you were attending our lessons throughout the week, especially last week, we have done a lesson where we were folding papers, we were making the circular structures, we also made the folded paper to make a strut. Look what I'm doing. look what I'm doing. I'm folding this paper. I'm folding this paper. Yes, that is what you must do. Ne? You remember this thing. You remember? You remember this thing? Now it becomes like this. Then you, yes, you see, you can take this thing and make a strut. You can also use the pin. You can make many of them. Compare the others. You can make many of them. Yes, many of them. Many of them, and just connect them together using the pins. Then you are going to make a very nice structure. Even if I use the newspaper, I can use fold a lot of papers to make different struts with different sizes and use the glue as well. Then it will stand like this. It will stand like this. Yes, that is what you must do. Now, I'm getting some help here because this thing needs somebody to help you. Yes, if I can fold another one, here's the first one, I fold another one. Then I want to make a strut. Another strut. Yes, that is what you are going to do in the next lesson, not this lesson. For me now, I'm just letting you know what is it that you can use to make a strong strut. That is what you must do. You roll your newspaper. You see, if I join these things together, what do? They form a shape, ne? They form a shape. Then you can use the pin here. You can use the pin here to make them hold each other. Or you can't see me. You can use the pin. You see, I can use the pin here to make them cross like this. Yes, that is what you are going to do. Don't worry. When you label your structure, you must tell us the struts that you have made. Is it made of paper? Is it made of newspaper? Is it made of steel? It's very simple. You know that you made it from newspaper. Strut made from newspaper. If you connect using the pins, you also here maybe you will say there is a pin going to come in the middle here. Yes, the pin. Yes, you also indicate that here is going to be a pin. Yeah. No, so I think we are finished with our lesson. Let's go to the next slide, Mrs. Khalid, and see the questions. Yes, is a design brief. I just wrote what is a design brief actually. We can use plastic pencil, or you can use plastic. You are only allowed to use those two things. What is a design brief? You don't use a bottle, but to carry water, you use something, a container, you put it on top. But for the structure, you are only allowed to use the newspaper and those three materials that we have just indicated. What is a design brief? The question is missing something. What is a design brief? Somebody can somebody answer this one before we finish our lesson? Or I can quickly tell you a design brief.
A design brief is like a plan for what you're going to design.
Good, good. Thank you, thank you. You are a very clever student. That is correct. I won't extend it. It's simply as that. You have set a mouthful. You just tell them what is it that you are going to design. But before I said, the design brief must have three things. You must tell us what is it that you are going to design, for whom, and then you must also tell us what is it going to do. You are going to design what, for whom, and what will it do. Those are the three things that must be on the statement. Now, what are the specifications? The third one, specifications. What are specifications? Can you tell me what is specification?
They are how you're going to design it.
Yes, so good. The specifications is how it's going to be designed. How will it look like? Let me edit. How will it look like? It tell us the features of your product, the specifications. Number C, I want you to ask me questions. I put a question mark. I give you a chance to ask me any question. Ask me any question for now. You are free to ask. It's your turn to ask me now. Anybody with a question during this lesson? Can you ask me a question? Can anybody ask me a question today? I will humbly answer your questions.
Sir,
Yeah?
can our structures be can it be 30 centimeters and 40 centimeters high?
The structure, okay, thank you for the question. The structure can be without the tank on top, né? It must be 30 centimeters to 40 centimeters. Without the water on top, maybe on top you're going to place not a cup. This one is too big. Let me say something. Maybe on top you're going to put this thing, né? We don't measure this one. This one is not important. Your structure must be up to here. Let me maybe if this container will be here, né? From here up to here will be 30 centimeters, or it can be between 30 and 40 centimeters from here up to here. That's all. This one we don't count it because it's only the tank of water. Did I answer you correctly? Yes, the project is for the school. The project is for the school, meaning next week I won't be in. There is a wonderful teacher who just joined us now. Myself, I won't be in next week. The new teacher is going to be attending to you. Let me check her name. Yes, let me check your new teacher who will be part of this. And then she's a very nice teacher and is going to work with you very nicely. And is going to give you a lot of good things like I did with you. So she will be with you from Monday. Is when that she will continue to make this project. Yes, let me check her name here quickly. I know that or Miss Khalis will just tell you about that teacher. I just did not get the name. Yeah, but I was trying to check the name. She's going to continue with the next part. The next part will be making. During the weekend, maybe. During the weekend, you can just design it. Just design it, and on Monday, then she will tell you how to make it. She will help you to make it. Yes, that is all that I can say. Maybe can somebody ask the last question? Now I come to the last question. The last question.
So how strong is newspaper?
The newspaper.
How
You mean
strong
the
is it?
newspaper?
Yes, sir.
The newspaper is very strong. Newspaper is very strong. Sometimes you know how to strengthen a paper. I taught you the last lessons that I've been teaching you, the ways in which you can use to strengthen a paper. Even the newspaper, you can roll it until it becomes very, very strong. You know, a newspaper is very weak, but
Yeah.
I want you to Yes, I want you to learn how to strengthen it so that it is able to can make that structure. Then you shall have learned strengthening of structures, and also understanding how to use technology to design a project or to make things. Maybe if it's a newspaper like this, look what I just did. If unfortunately this is a newspaper, but if you can use the newspaper like this paper, you just fold it from here, from this corner. You see this corner? You just try to fold it quickly. Fold it until it make some stick. Look, I'm folding it. I'm folding it. Then it will become strong. It will be strengthened on its own. While I'm folding it, it make a shape of a stick. Ne? It make a shape of a stick. So you make the weak newspaper strong using this technique, folding it like this. You tightly fold it until it makes something like a cigarette, ne? Something like that. Then you apply glue or sellotape, then it becomes a stick like this. Then it is strong. That is what you must do. Very simple. Are you satisfied now? I think the end of our lesson, and I'd like to thank you for participating. Yes, I think that is the last question, Mrs. Khalid. I'm happy. Yes, it is the last question. Then I don't think we are going to go forward and do other things. You see, the next lesson is making water tower. Out of your design, you make a water tower. Thank you for attending and for being part of this STEM digital school. And then I hope you are enjoying, and then you're also going to enjoy. And then I'm not going to teach you from now. I'm returning back to school. I'm going to teach other kids or to my school. And bye-bye, Mawila. Bye-bye to Lina. Bye-bye to Unati. Bye to Siseko. Bye to everyone else. Joda, Lisiho, Zo. Yes, Moses, Nokwanda, Kyla, Siweyas. Yes, and everyone else. Mamiki, bye-bye, Siyabonga. Siyabonga, bye. Yes, tell to everyone, Shekina, everyone, tell everyone, Lina, tell everyone that I'm going, Kutsilo, bye-bye, and then see you next time when I'll be part of this, maybe next time. And then please enjoy yourself and then do your schoolwork. Don't go outside. We love you. We want you to stay safe, keep safe, stay away from the streets, stay away from the coronavirus, and then stay away from everything that will make you sick. And then keep safe. We love you all. Thank you. Bye.